Thank you. That's a beautiful introduction. Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes, we can.
Crystal.
Okay. So I'm going to share a little story with you. Amway product that I have been using for quite some time back. I started back when I was, I'm not so old, but back, I started back some 20, 30 years ago, but not really consistent. It was like once in a while affair. But let me share my story with you, yeah? I'll start with a simple question, yeah? Have you ever reached a point where you feel in your life like you're there for everyone else, but not really there for yourself? So that was me about a year ago, yeah? I was heading towards what I would call a point of no return. I was constantly tired, frustrated, and sometimes just didn't feel right. I was functioning, but not really living. I don't know if you know what I meant. And honestly, the coffee level that I am, even my coffee wasn't working anymore. And that's when you know something is really wrong. I think many of us don't realize this is happening until one day it hits you that you slowly stop taking care of yourself. That's what happened to me. And as for me, it showed up in my health, very visible and distressing way. So I developed this redness on my face and it became quite severe. So to me, it was not just appearance, other than you going to classrooms and your students and your colleagues asking you, what's wrong with you and all that. But it's not just an appearance, but it was uncomfortable. It affected my confidence. And honestly, I really, really got worried. I went for multiple tests, multiple consultations, allergy patches, and spent so much of money trying to figure out what was wrong. But after all that time spending and money spending and consultation, solicited and unsolicited, nothing worked, nothing improved. And that was really frustrating. And I was going deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole. I felt like doing everything I was supposed to do, but not getting better. Then situation changed when I met Chef Sue. Sue didn't suggest any earth-shattering stuff, but she suggested something very simple, very, very simple. She only said to me, this is her first word. She said, why don't you start juicing in the morning? So initially I was like, juicing, how much can it do? It sounded so basic. Then I thought, okay, I trust her. Then I sat with her and then she worked out a few things that I should take from Amway, which I said, okay, I would try. After all, I've spent a lot of money. I was introduced to this product, again, reintroduced into my daily routine. So Sue carefully selected gut reset program. Yeah, she put me on protein, peptides, double X, BioC, probiotic, and then she helped me to take these products. And that made a real difference for me. And I think what made the real difference for me was the structure of the Amway Gut Reset program itself. It was brilliant. Yeah, it was really brilliant. Things changed. Slowly, things began to change. The redness started to calm down. My body was responding differently. And something else changed too. For years, for the longest time, for all throughout my life, I've always had bowel movement problem. Always, always, always. And that went off. Yeah. It used to be one of the hardest things for me. Uncomfortable, irregular, something I just lived by, but today no longer the case, right? And to me, it was a huge sign. Lavanya was asking us, what are the things we are gratitude about? For me, at that point of time, when I go through problem with my bowel movement, this is what I'm gratitude. I have full gratitude about, yeah? That was a huge sign that something inside my body is finally working the way it should. That's an indication for me. That's when I realize it's not about the symptoms. Whatever we have in our body, it's not about symptoms. This is about what's happening inside. Then my journey truly began, right? So it's not about taking the product, it's about resetting your body from within. So this is what this product does. It reset your body from within. So the program that Sue introduced focused on supporting gut health. Guys, you know gut health, right? Gut health is the fundamental thing in our life. Your gut is right, everything is right. Everything is right in your body. And that I failed to realize. And now I know it, right? So focus on gut health, improving digestion, helping your body to absorb nutrients better. And when your gut feel better, everything start to follow. Your energy, your mood, and clarity of your mind, right? So that worked well for me. For me, this combination of this product, including Sue and the gut reset product, worked as a total system. It wasn't random. It felt intentional, but what I appreciated most was that it also encouraged better habits. It made me be more aware of what I eat, how I eat, when I eat, and how do I take care of myself daily. So it wasn't just a program, it became a lifestyle shift for me. I started paying attention to what I eat, which was quite a change for me. Yeah, quite a change, because being a lecturer all the while, sometimes when you have classes between 11 to 2, your lunch is so unpredictable. Sometimes it's at 11, sometimes at 2, sometimes at 3. But I changed that, right? I changed. Quite a change, because before that, I just ate whatever that was easiest. And how I spend my time and how I treat my body, it was always at the back seat. Yeah. And after talking to Sue, I began exercising. I managed my time better. I became more mindful. And slowly things started to change. Not overnight, not dramatic, but consistent. My energy improved. My digestion became better. My mind is clearer. And also, I noticed some weight loss along the way, which I definitely didn't complain about. It's about, since I met Sue, it's about 12 kgs now I have lost. Yeah.
Wow, 12 kilo.
Yeah.
Diam ubi.
Yeah. So, among all this, whatever I'm saying, the biggest change, I felt like I was coming back to myself, right? I was coming back to myself. Today, I can say with honesty and gratitude, I took back my life. I seized it and I'm loving it, right? Of course, I am so truly grateful to Chef Sue, not just for introducing me to this, but for guiding me. And she's there all the time, Sue. I'm really thankful for you, right? Anytime I message, anytime I call, she is there for me, supporting me, believing in me when I needed it most. Because sometimes all it takes is that one person to remind you, right? That's Chef Sue for me. And I feel so much better. The journey has taught me something very important. Health, guys, is not something that we wait for. I will do it later. Next year, I will lose some weight. Tomorrow, I will do this. No. Seize it now. It's something that we choose every single day. In the small thing, in the quiet decisions, in the way we show up for ourselves. Show up for yourself. That's what I did. I showed up for myself. So I came back to myself, right? So if you're listening to me, wondering if it's too late, I'll tell you this, it's never too late. Take back your life, because the moment you decide to take charge of yourself, it's the moment everything begins to change. And that one decision can change your entire story like mine.
Dr. Gowrie, before you end, I want to ask, how old are you?
How old are you? Okay, not that old. I'm 62 this year.
So you're giving hope to a lot of younger people or older parents that we have, that if Dr. Gowrie can seize your life and make a change from here on. And this past 1 year has been a wonderful adventure and journey for you. I think losing 12 kilo, you'll be changing your closet.
Well, my aim was not to, I started on this not to lose weight, yeah. But because of the gut reset program and my bowel movement has been regular, the weight loss was a bonus that I got with that exercise and all that, which I welcome it so much. Yeah, I wanted to, but that was kind of to me, it was a byproduct. Yeah, and more than that, it's not just the weight loss, the energy that I have. Right?
Bonus.
Yeah, it's a bonus. It's indescribable, the energy.
Dr. Gowrie, there are many people who are tired nowadays. So
Exactly.
can you tell us which exactly or what product in particular you feel that if you don't take, you will you will feel your energy is low? Is there any, or is a combination of everything?
Well, I take calcium because after taking calcium, I realized that my knee problem has gone off. Double X is something that I don't miss. Protein is something that I don't miss. And Sue has put me on peptides also, which I don't miss. And there are a few more, but which Sue suggested that I need not take regularly. But what I take regularly is BioC, Double X, and occasionally when I want to indulge, that is what blocker was that? So some blocker that you gave me, I forgot the name. So
Carb
that one is
blocker. Carb blocker. C
yeah.
plus.
Carbo block, yeah.
Carbo block, yeah. That one is when I have biryani in front of me, then I take carbo block. But otherwise, these are my regular stuff. My Double X, my daily BioC,
Fiber,
fiber,
probiotics, yeah.
probiotics, yes. All those are sachets that I put into the juice when I take in the morning, and I will drink it regularly, religiously. I do that. And
Thank
the
you so much.
weight loss has helped me a lot, not only in my knee pain. What I was suffering for the longest time, another thing was the plantar fasciitis, where I have this pain under my heel, every morning. Have you ever experienced that? When you get up in the morning and you put your foot down and you have this debilitating pain under your heel, yeah? And that went off. That went off miraculously.
So you can save money also to see chiropractic and
Yeah.
all the therapy needed.
That's right. Tell me about it, because when I had that red patches on my face, it was not hundreds, it was thousands. So each time I go and see a specialist, it was like 1,003, 1,004. Not only spending 1,000 and patches here, patches there, patches everywhere, and then I'm not allowed to bathe for 10 days because they need to see the result. Yeah. So all the discomfort, all the questions, all the uneasiness. So I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to Amway product as well as Chef Sue. Thank you, Sue. I may not have said it loudly, but I'm telling you now, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Gowrie, for that beautiful and heartfelt sharing.
You're
What
most
I
welcome.
personally, what I personally learned from you today was, if you want to change, you can change, and the rest don't matter, because it's always mind over matter. Carpe diem. So your journey truly inspires us, and it actually, to be honest, it will also keep all the youngsters, so-called youngsters, in check, because if you can make it, you didn't throw in the towel and say, yeah, I'm too old for that, I'm too tired for that. Instead of all that, you say, no, I'm still alive and I deserve the best life. And that is what we have to have for all of us, regardless of age. So thank you once again. Your journey truly, truly inspires us.
Thank
Now,
you.
most